Salute to Jesse Bates and Lou Anarumo. We need you guys so bad right now. Say, I remember when they used to say that the defense carried for all. Observing the game against the Jets, they waste the efforts of all the Joes, yeah. Bad picks we made and good players we lost along the way. Hey. 38 points, Jamari catch all day. But we give up even more plays, getting worse and worse each day. No defense, no win. No defense, no win. Little Zac, don't try to spin. No defense, no win. Welcome to the number one Bengals podcast. I'm your host, Mac Duke. I'm joined as always by Dr. Hoji, the Electric Esmoji. And wow, the Cincinnati Bengals, they get out to double-digit lead, fourth quarter double-digit lead to the winless Jets.
Yeah.
Who benched their quarterback, brought him off the bench, and didn't have any receivers that anybody knew.
Well, but that quarterback was
offense.
Justin Fields.
Well, I mean, he's
not,
like on
he's
his
a capable quarterback.
Well, if he's so capable, why is he on his third team in 3 years? You know, I mean, he's just all over the place.
Well, so is Flacco.
Flacco is different. Flacco is 40 years old.
I get it, but what I'm saying is, I don't know if you remember last week I said that Justin Fields is a capable quarterback.
You did.
And you said he's not going to play.
I said he's not on the team. I didn't know he was on the team because he was so bad and they benched him.
And I was worried about Justin Fields.
I understand.
He's a bit of the kind of guy who can perform well sometimes.
Just against the Bengals. No other team was he able to perform against.
Look, but if you know anything about statistics, if a team has 6 losses, 7 losses, you should be expecting a win.
Why is it always against us? That statistics always works against.
So the Bengals have a very vulnerable defense. You should know that.
That is what we're trying to say.
Yeah.
39 points. When Joe Flacco puts up 38 points, you think that's enough. It's not enough.
I agree.
That is pathetic.
But let me ask you a question.
Yes.
So you're down 38-39.
Right.
And you have the ball. Okay. This is the key. You have the ball and there's more than a minute left in the game.
See, this is what they used to do to Joe Burrow.
I know, but here's what I'm asking.
It's called victim blaming.
But most NFL teams, do you agree that if they're down 38-39 and there's a minute left in the game and they have the ball, that team with 38 points is probably going to win? That's how the new NFL works. The new NFL, that's why, if you remember...
Whoever has the ball last. Yeah, I get it.
Whoever has the ball last. So the question isn't... Listen, the Bengals fans are very confused about everything. It's not the comeback of the Jets. That happens. The real failure was the failure to score on
and
that
why?
last
Why
drive.
Was that?
That was Zac Taylor.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was Zac Taylor. I've taken credit.
Wow.
I said it 3 games ago.
You have grown.
No. It's that I think Zac was a fine coach for a while.
He was never a fine coach. He
Whatever
had Joe
it
Burrow,
is,
Jamar Chase.
I think his time has passed. I think the Bengals got to move on.
They got to move on.
It is time to move on.
They do.
And this is the time, not 3 games from now, not later. Just like they moved on from Jake Browning.
Yes.
If you want to have a chance. And this season's
over. See how good that move was? I mean, our offense went from the worst in the NFL to one of the best.
Yeah.
Immediately. You can change things. You have free will. The Mike Brown approach is like, once you've made a decision, it's over. You can't do anything.
And let me tell you psychologically, if you're an owner or a manager at the Bengals, what you're thinking if you fire Zac Taylor today and you bring in another head coach. It's that this head coach gets to play around with this offense and defense.
Exactly.
Work things out. He's going to get a little bit of Joe Burrow there at the end. There's not going to be a playoff win, nor any probably even playoff appearance. That's fine.
Right.
But he's going to be ready to go in the preseason, and you're going to have a great season next year. And that's got to be the plan. It has to happen now.
I think I don't know if there's a great coach on the Bengals, but all I know is that Zac's message is not getting through. Did you see that press conference? He's like, someone needs to be accountable.
Yeah, he was blaming
someone
other
needs
people.
to stop.
That's the
well,
sign
no. But the language was hilarious. It was like, we need a coach out there. We need someone to get these guys going.
He was saying, he was saying the players.
The players can't do that. That's your job. He acts like he's just focused on the offense, and he's terrible at that. But look. You also, yes, you have a coordinator, but you are still the coach of those defensive players.
You're responsible.
You're responsible. Yeah. This is ridiculous. So look, I know that you don't have a lot of time. I believe that you do have a very important gathering with some people who,
You've called it a cult, but it's not a cult. Well, we are the devotees of Shambo.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't do the coconut cream baths and all that.
It's not for everybody.
But listen, you don't have a lot of time. So I don't know. Do you want to get to the upcoming game against the Bears right now?
I want to see the Gruden clip.
You want to see oh, yes. So John Gruden, he is from Ohio. He loves the Bengals. He's talked a lot about the Bengals over the years. Yeah. He is obviously he's one of the better coaches through the NFL in recent years. He had that unfortunate incident in Las Vegas, but he came out.
What was the incident in Las Vegas? I mean, when he with the bad coaching gig, and it wasn't really his fault, right? They kind of got rid of him, and it wasn't his fault. So
there was other controversy, but look. So now he's saying the Bengals. Basically, he's saying they have all these. They're really bad on defense, but they've been drafting defensive players, so they gotta be able to find better players, develop their players, and that's what he talks about in this clip.
Defensively have drafted a lot of players over the last several years. Their philosophy obviously is draft and develop, kind of like Green Bay. This defense has not developed. I mean, they got a lot of high picks on every level of that defense. They just fired Lou Anarumo, the defensive coordinator. Guess where he is right now calling them up? He's with the 7-1 Colts. So you bring Al Golden. Al Golden's a good coach. But if you don't have players, I don't care what kind of coach you are. And I go back to some of these college coaches. These players are getting paid a lot of money. Some of these players got to play a lot better. And some of these players got to quit getting hurt. Hell, there's about 10 guys on every team that don't even play. And we sit here and bitch about the coach. Let's fire him every day. I say we get some of these trainers run out of the league and get some of these players to give back their money because they got to play better. But the Bengals defense, that was disgusting. That was a terrible effort yesterday. 500 yards versus the Jets. And the Jets don't have a receiver that I can name. I can't name their wide receivers. And they got gashed, and they weren't ready to play. And offensively, their offensive line, they haven't given an offensive lineman a second contract since Clint Bowling. I mean, this is a bunch of rental properties on the offensive line, and Burrow's hurt every year, it seems. So, for rambling, but I'm from Ohio, and these Bengals ticked me off yesterday.
I don't really know what he's trying to say. To be honest with
I mean, he sounded a lot like Zac Taylor.
Yeah,
I mean, he was
blaming the players, but then he was also saying the coaches got to get them ready.
And what does it mean to be from Ohio? I mean, it's like saying I'm from America or I'm from the earth. Well, are you from Cleveland? Are you from Cincinnati?
He's from Sandusky. Sandusky is closer to Cleveland.
Okay, so closer to Cleveland. So it has nothing to do with Cincinnati Bengals.
Well, I mean,
no, I'm from Ohio.
Paul Brown,
well, a lot of people are from Ohio, John.
Yeah.
What does that got to do with us?
I feel like what he's trying to say is that most people don't care about the Bengals in the media. They try to, they will criticize them even when it's not fair. So when he's criticizing, it comes from a place of love.
Of love.
That's what I think he's saying.
Well,
and he's kind of right, but ultimately, I don't only blame. See, this is the distinction we have to make. When we blame Zac Taylor, we're actually blaming Mike Brown. It's not that Zac Taylor is the problem.
And
it's
that's
just he's not the solution.
Yeah. And that's what Gruden was saying.
I hope
he's saying when he says they don't have offensive linemen, he says the offensive linemen
that was
are
a good
rental properties.
They're not getting drafting.
And he says that they're trying to develop. He won't say it directly. I think maybe because he wants a job with the Bengals. I'm not kidding.
That's what Zim, our good friend Zim Hude. Yes, that's what he said.
But he's really ultimately the subtext of what he's saying is you're trying to develop through the draft, but you don't have the drafting talent to do that.
Right.
So you might as well go ahead and spend the money and get people after someone else.
I like that interpretation. I agree with that interpretation.
No, I think
that
that's what
is
he's
true.
saying, but he doesn't want
I
to
think
say
so.
it because
he
wants
doesn't
to
want
get
to
the
say
job.
it. Yes, maybe.
That's how I am with this show. Like
yeah.
I want to keep my job here, so I don't actually tell you about the problems with the show.
We don't. Yeah, we don't.
I
need to-
apply
yeah.
them.
Well, one problem on this show is that we try to recognize our patrons of the week every week.
Yeah.
Somehow, almost a year ago, we had a new patron and we never gave him the award for patron of the week.
It's so embarrassing.
That is Bart K. Mr. Bart K is now, after a year, after 10 months, he is finally named patron of the week.
Your day
Thank you, Mr.
has come, Mr. K.
It has come.
Your day begins with K.
And I just want to say that...
Thank you, Gina.
Thank you, Gina. Look, the Bengals are 3-5. That's not good. Okay?
It's not only not
They
good.
have-
It means they basically have dashed their playoff hopes.
They've lost 5
on
of 6.
the Jets.
But guess what? The Pittsburgh Steelers are only a game and a half ahead.
Okay.
That's it.
But then they're going to beat us next week.
I don't
I mean,
think
not
so.
next week. Next week.
Yeah, next week. Yeah, I don't think so. I think the Bengals players, they had a defense only meeting, just the defense, and they're like, hey guys, we need a head coach. Who wants to be the head coach? We got to figure this out. So I'm really hopeful
I
about
can't
that.
tell. Are you being kidding? What happened?
They did. Go look it up. They had a defense only players meeting.
Okay.
So the
But
point
they
is,
wanted a head coach?
I'm just saying, after Zach said somebody needs to be accountable.
Oh, someone needs to
and
step up.
Yes.
Someone needs to step up.
So I'm very happy about that. But Dr. Hoji, I need to know your prediction for this upcoming game against the Chicago Bears.
What can I say? I mean, these people have really, really let me down. Morale is low, and I just don't see it happening. I predict a Bengals loss against the Chicago Bears. I think it might be a little bit close, maybe 7 points. I'm going to go, let's say 37-30 Bears. Yeah.
Wow.
I don't have a lot of hope in the Cincinnati
Well,
Bengals anymore. Not
look,
for this year.
I would say Caleb Williams is developing.
He's really
going to have a very soft Bengals defense.
And their running
to throw
game is
against.
amazing.
The running game amazing.
Yeah.
That gives me a lot of things to worry about. And so for that reason, I actually think, I hate to say it as a Bengals fan, but the Bengals are going to stink against the Bears. Yeah. They are going to absolutely stink. And this is the craziest part. I think Jamar Chase is going to stink.
Wow.
Chase Brown is going to stink.
And he's been so good.
Even though they've been very good in recent weeks, I think they're going to stink
He's gonna
against
stink.
Chicago.
I mean, it happens. You know, it happens. They stink, and then then what's going to be the score?
Final score will be Cincinnati 35,
Oh.
Chicago 21. Yeah,
Now-
because they're going to stink, yeah.
Okay, now I need some help here unpacking all
Right.
this. If they're going to stink, why would they win? The Bengals are going to stink, and then they're going to win by like 16
Yes,
points?
yes.
15, 14 points?
So when you are wearing all those pads
Yeah.
and those jerseys and the helmets,
Yeah.
and you are scoring touchdowns left and right, you're running up and down the field, you tend to sweat a lot.
Right.
So when you have a really crazy game like that, like Corey Dillon's record-breaking games, you end up stinking and being very dirty because you've been up and down the field all day. So I think that Chase Brown's going to run wild. Jamar Chase is going to have another 15-catch game at least, and they're going to end up walking off the field stinking.
Wow.
Yeah.
In a really good way.
Yeah, well, I mean,
The
you
way-
won't
the
want
way
to
Mike
smell
Ty-
them, but
yeah, the way
you'll
Mike
be
Tyson
happy.
used to stink in the 80s
There you
when he
go.
would knock people
he
out.
He was very stinky.
He was stinky.
Very
He was stinky
stinky.
Mike Tyson.
And then when he stopped stinking, his career went down
The way
the
Babe
tubes.
Ruth used to stink after hitting all
Stink.
those
He
homers.
stunk.
He stunk. He was a stinky Babe Ruth because he was sweating from all those home runs.
Exactly. And this show, of course, was brought to you by Bart K. But
And our show stinks.
our show stinks, yes.
And I
because-
stink.
Well, this one only 15 minutes, so probably not working
Oh,
up the
I mean,
stink.
my socks are wet.
That's true. That is part of the cult. But so you can go to patreon.com/dhsports. Obviously, And you can support us there. You can also get the song you just heard and all of our other songs.
Yeah.
When you become a patron, they come free with a paid membership.
Right.
You can also go to
Love us. Don't leave us.
iTunes. Please leave us a review. We only have
Put a
38
review.
reviews.
5 stars. Thumbs up. Subscribe. Notifications on.
All of that is stuff. And really, that is all we have for this show. Don't forget to subscribe, turn on notifications. And for Dr. Hoji Electric Esmoji, I'm Daddy MacDuke. Thank you, Gina, for the 5 stars and the love. And we will see you next time. So long. Hold on, one more comment. Thank you, the fool. That is all we have. We will see you next time. So long. Isfiti. Peace.